This year's Singapore Food Festival is almost coming to an end, so after having tried so many delicious Peranakan dishes, it's about time that we learn more about the Peranakan kitchen. Well, although the kitchen is pretty much the domain of women, the nonyas in the culture, but there are also some men who enjoy cooking and are very good at it. So today we'll find out more about the Peranakan kitchen from a Baba who enjoys cooking as much as tasting their own food. And he's Mr. Peter Wee. We all grew up in a multi-ethnic society, so sometimes we can't even tell, which elements in our kitchen comes from the Malay influence and which of it comes from the Chinese influence. So, Mr. Wee, can you point out to us, in this Peranakan kitchen, which part of it comes from the Malay heritage?
Okay, basically in this setting is of an old house, the kitchen. So we have this mortar and pestle, which is made of granite. This is Southeast Asian, but it's mostly a Malay influence, the mortar and pestle. And the Chinese aspect is this mill here, we call batu bo. The Peranakan calls it batu bo because that's where you grind all your flour. Your grinding machine also, and it's circular, it goes round. And the other aspect is the Indian one, which is a platform made of stone and a rolling pin, and then you go this way. So 3 cultures in the kitchen.
In one kitchen. So in every culture we know traditions marries superstitions. So there are certain things that we have to follow, when we are working in the kitchen, right? So for Peranakan kitchen, what are the things that we have to observe?
Okay, the most important one is just now I was telling you the losong, which is the mortar and pestle. Always have them together. Even after washing, you shouldn't separate them.
Why?
Because in the old days, when we put the mortar one side, the pestle one side, we were scolded because they never gave us the reason. But I think later part I realized that is the unity. It's the yin and the yang. It's to bring unity. So you cannot separate. You separate, there might be a misunderstanding within the household.
I heard from someone that when an adult nyonya is preparing dishes in the kitchen, the other little kids who are around cannot talk to her. Is that true?
Certain dishes are very, very superstitious, like when they make the rice wine, the tape, which is the glutinous rice wine. They don't like to be disturbed, they don't like to be questioned, and then so they must do it themselves, and usually very much late in the night. And another superstition cake is the New Year ningko, you call it. We call it kueh bakul, because if it doesn't coagulate, doesn't form, it brings a bad omen of the year. Make sure that all your rice bins are full to the brim and your water containers are full. Then you're welcome into the year.
So that's pretty much Chinese.
Yes.
In fact, both Violet and Peter agree that 80% of Peranakan culture has its roots in Chinese culture. So for local Chinese who have lost touch with their own heritage, they may be able to relearn some of it from their Peranakan friends.